Welcome back to Fight It Crypto. My name is Chase, level 1 CMT and full-time trader. Today we're going to look at Chainlink, update on the weekly chart first, look at some macro perspective, maybe even look at the monthly, the daily, everything in between, high and low targets, all that good stuff and more. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you want more help navigating these markets, want more content, daily updates, alerts, all that stuff is through our Patreon group. You get access to a private Telegram and a bunch of goodies there. Okay, so let's get right to it. Chainlink resistance zone right here from about $15 to $18. And yes, that's a big zone, but why is it that big? I'm glad you asked, right? Let's go back and look at the good old heyday of 2021, our initial lows. Then you have these highs right here, right? They're also lows, but also the high part of the box, right? They're forming this, right? See all these moves, right? The bounce there, right? The bounce there. So that's why the high line. And then here is the low line, right? So that's kind of the reasoning behind the damn zone, right? Just to, lay some foundation and you're not wondering what the hell am I getting that from, right? So now let's zoom in here, right? We have the Gaussian channel below us, right? Do I think we're going to go down there? No, I do not. That would be kind of a worst case scenario though. We're still 35% above it. Now look at what's happening, right? The weekly Gaussian channel curving up. So even if we do hit it, maybe it's not for weeks or months and it's at, $12, $13 or not that much different from prices we are at currently. We could, certainly range bound for a while, maybe go down at that point, maybe just go sideways and then run into it and then, shoot to the moon, right? Nobody knows what's coming. It's not often helpful to try to predict anything. So let's just stay with the facts here, right? So far, resistance zone right up here, right? We're going to zoom in a little bit in a moment and show you kind of what that's bred and what's looked like. But this candle right here, it was our kind of our signal of weakness, right? And then not only that, but you see these Bollinger Bands kind of curving over, right? So let me remove some of the Picasso drawings here, right? Look at this lower Bollinger Band right during this move here. When we first started to see this kind of move up like this, right? When this upwards move started to fade, you saw these Bollinger Bands, right, start to close here. That's a sign of a weakening uptrend or downtrend, right, depending on which side it's on, and likely going to lead to consolidation, which, yes, this is consolidation after this move. If you go from 5 to 15 in a hurry, you're going to need a little bit of a chill, okay? So that's all we're getting. That's a healthy move, right? So don't panic. Don't wonder why Chainlink's not doing anything. Don't say that. A 3x in 2 months is not doing nothing, right? So just leave that, FUD in the background. So consolidation before the next move in a bull market, right? That's what it takes. You have your lift out of the bear, sideways, phase 2 is coming, likely in the not so distant future, right? Likely going to take a couple more weeks to a couple more months. If you've watched any of my other videos, we look at the total crypto market cap, the total 3, which you see to the right here. That's true altcoins. So no Ethereum or Bitcoin in that one. We're likely due for a little bit of a more consolidation or move back down to the 21-week area. So if we do that for altcoin wide, right, for Chainlink, it's doing better than some, actually a lot. We only have about 10% down to the 21 week. Some coins have a lot more. Some coins aren't even to the 21 week yet. So coins that are doing great over the past several months will likely be the ones doing great in the next several months or when a true alt season does in fact kick off. But I think the odds for now, even though prices are bouncing a little bit today, right? Yesterday was doom and gloom and now crypto is spun a 180 and it's all bull market back on. Right, it's 180, one side or the other, right? There's very little in between, I feel like, in human sentiment in the crypto world. But having said that, right, don't get too bullish yet. We have some fail safes, but for Chainlink specifically, right, we just need to start to put in higher highs than this. So around 1650, you can start to get excited. We're gonna make videos all week next week on Chainlink, maybe even daily, right? Daily looks at Chainlink, so you be updated every step of the way. So for the weekly chart, my main target, if we move down, is none other than the 21-week EMA, which is currently 1260-ish in change, right? So watch for that. That also keeps you above the median on the Bollinger Bands, right? You see that thin purple line right there? That's the 20-week SMA. So simple moving average versus exponential moving average. If you don't know about that, do a little Googling, educate yourself a little bit. that would be my kind of my spot to accumulate more Chainlink, or when we start to break higher, right? If we break out, right, realize that, Chainlink might be done consolidating and getting ready to move again. So don't doubt that. If we see that would be a big strike by the bulls. Okay, so we have high and low. What about in between? Well, let's go look at the monthly real quick. The big zoom out. What do we like here? Well, we're in the upper tier of the Gaussian channel, so we're more bullish by definition. You see, it took a long time to get here, right? And we don't want to give that back. So again, worst case scenario, to remain bullish on the monthly chart. Now, this is monthly. This is not your grandma's 4-second chart, right? The monthly chart, you don't want to be going back below that with a close. So that's around 1175. Don't mess with 1175. That's also the EMA8, words are hard, on the monthly, that red line, right? See that? That's the EMA8. You look out, resistance, 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 start to break through it, catapult, right? Now, so that will be our safety net, 1175. If you want to get, real frisky, put an order in down there. Maybe it doesn't get filled. Maybe you catch the falling knife, so to speak, right? 1175 for Chainlink should not be closing back below that, based on TA, right? So anything's possible. Take anything that I say with a grain of salt, or anybody sells. But if you're asking me, there's my telling you. All right, so now let's zoom into the daily chart, the short term, right? So let's see. We've looked at the macro weekly and the monthly. How about for the day-to-day, right? We're down, 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 down. We're in the lower half of this Gaussian channel, so we're a little bit more bearish, right? That's why you're watching the Gaussian channel. When you get above 1478, that's when we start to pick up bullish again. That's why you see these fluorescent green candles, and you don't see any here, even though we're green today. Why is it still red? Because it's in this lower part, right? You see all that? So this will flip more bullish, right? That's why the Gaussian channel exists. It tells you when it's bullish or bearish. We just don't simply have enough momentum on our side to get bullish. So in order for us to do that, 1175. So remember that today, tomorrow, weekly close, right? That's what we want to see. That would also get us back above all these moving averages. So a lot of good things start to happen for Chainlink on the shorter time frame. Above 1475. Jesus, not 1175. We're well ahead of that. That would be where we probably pick up bearish steam. 1175. Speaking of that, our low target, right, where we want to hold to really kind of, lose Valhalla for the moment is around $13 mark. You can see these swing lows that would also drop us out side of the lower part of the Gaussian channel, and then we could pick up steam to the downside, but fret no, don't worry. We're still okay. It's like, wow, what's wrong with this guy? The 200-day EMA, we're around 1165. So again, we're not all hope is lost. If you lose the 200-day, then we can start to cry a little bit, or wipe our tears with Sergey Flannel. But until then, we're okay, right? Don't panic. We're just consolidating. I mean, look at this, right? We're just chopping around. This is typical after massive moves, $5 to $15. You're gonna chop around a bit. Chainlink likes to chop around a lot of bit, but patience. If you're in Chainlink, patience. You're the definition of it, right? So one more thing for the two of you still watching. These previous moves, right? Let's look at this real quick, right? Then I'll let you go back to whatever the hell you were doing. All right. So these two moves that are kind of the outliers, right? This guy and this guy. We need to flip this back to support. That would get us above the Gaussian channel, 1650. Not only that, but we need 2 consecutive closes up here. That's the biggest thing on the daily chart for the bulls. We got to get 2 consecutive closes. We haven't had any. This is not a close. We close right back on it, right? A green candle up, right back down. Green candle up, right back down. And not only that, but if you take a measured move out of these from the top to the bottom, to the swing highs to the lows, there's 20%, right? Those deviations, this guy and this guy. This first one was a 20% reversal. This one was even steeper, almost 30% reversal to the downside, right? We went from 1775 to 1250 inside of 2 weeks on those 2 deviations. So be careful. If we go up higher, we want to see 2 consecutive daily closes above here first. Don't fall for it again, right? We don't want to see that again, right? We've fooled me once. Shame on you, Chainlink. Fooled me twice. You saw it coming, right? Don't fall for it again. Jesus, not a third time. I'm telling you right now, right? But 2 consecutive daily closes above here, then we can send the sales. Made of, what are the sales made of? Of course, flannel. That should have been your answer, right? All right. What else do we got? Quote of the day. I can't do anymore. For the 2 of you made it that far, Jesus, congratulations. Go get yourself a beer or a pat on the back or a Fresca. If you don't drink, that's fine. Fresca. Those still exist. What do you hang on the walls of your mind? Great. Obviously, it's not meant to be literal, you stupid shit. It's what you think about is what you become, right? How good is your life? How bad is your life? It's probably what's going on inside your damn head. Nothing is good or bad. Your thinking makes it so, right? Hang some Picassos and sunshine and rainbows. Maybe throw in a fucking rainbow unicorn in there, right? Happy times. All right. F-bomb alert. Too late. Okay. Car of the day. Hopefully you got it. Ford GT Heritage. Maybe you didn't get the Heritage part. Now, what the hell is that? Special edition. Not many made. Carbon everywhere. Carbon wheels. We'll look at those in a minute. Carbon mirrors. Carbon sides. Carbon front. Shit. This is about $1 million US. Not pesos. Not lira. Not Tijuana. Nothing. Yeah, this is a remarkable car, right? If you ever see the Ford GT in person, it's pretty striking. The work of art, really. There's another. I mean, look at this background. Look at where we are. This is great. This is coming up. We're about a month away from this year's. This was last year's. We're gonna go again. I'll get some more pictures. We got to reload for the show for this show that 2 of you are watching still. I'm reloading just for you. I'm gonna go take some more pictures. I'm gonna get some good ones for you. And just for you, because there's only one of you here. Let me know if you're here. Carbon fiber wheels with the Pilot Sport Cup 2. These are about $1,000 a tire, excuse me, not a wheel. If you want one of these wheels, is about 10 grand. Think about 30 to 40K replacement on the wheels. $1,000 a tire. Good luck. Cup 2s, they hook real good, right? If you know anything about street racing, those are about the stickiest tires you get. But they wear out faster than your grandma's dentures. What's something that runs out fast? Give me a better one. I need it for next time. I'll take a Molokai on that one. All right, that's it. We're gonna end it on the Ford GT Heritage. There you go. Let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. All right, have a great weekend. For you, just you, because it's just me and you at this point. And if you're here this long, highly doubtful there's more than one person here. All right, we'll get there sometime. So it's between now and 2025, we'll get at least 2 people watching to the end. I'm confident a little bit in that. just a little.